From the moment I met you, all those years ago, not a day has gone by when I haven't thought of you. You are in my very soul, tormenting me.
Hello survivors, it's been a while, and that's because we haven't been playing Ark, to be honest. I think it was like shortly after the Pyro main came out, we completed Scorched Earth, did the boss on official, and then we just kind of stopped playing. I mean, we have been rendering our basin that you see in the background of this video every single week because we know at some point we're going to come back and play Ark. So we were kind of thinking probably when they release a brand new map that we've never played before, because it was just starting to feel a little bit stale and a bit annoying, and yeah, we wanted something new. We wanted a new experience. Failing that, Gen 2. Gen 2 was where we thought, right, yeah, we'll come back when that comes out. But then all of a sudden, we get this community crunch saying that they are going to be reverting cryopods. And I don't know why, and I reckon this is probably the case for quite a few people. But once we'd heard that, it kind of stuck in our heads. So we'd gone for like a day out. Yeah, this was the day we'd just found out about pods. We're halfway there. I just turned to the Dino Lord and I went, "You thinking about those cryopods?" And he goes, yeah, I have been. Have you? Yeah, kind of tempted to go back. And he's like, yeah, me too. Because when Aberration first came out, we were like, oh, I really can't be arsed with this not being able to, you know, have a pocket Spino and not being able to throw out a dino whenever you want. It's just a hassle. It's been a hassle since the game first released without cryopods. And then when they brought them in with all the restrictions, it's just, yeah. I know obviously with ASE, there wasn't pods in the game when it first initially released, and some hardcore people might be like, "Oh, you're pathetic if you don't want to play the game without having cryopods how they used to be. Well, in my day, I used to have no pod." You know, yeah, fair enough. I know, I'm buzzing for you up there on your high horse with your no pods. We got used to having them, yeah, and by the time ASE was complete, we were used to having these pods, and it was such a nice quality of life. So to have that sort of stripped away was just a bit of a shitty feeling, really, wasn't it? But I've got better shit to be doing with my life than like walking all the dinos to an obelisk and stuff. Nah, that's just not for me. We did it, you know, at first before they brought the pods back in on Ascended. And then, you know, when they had the pods with the restrictions, you know, we dealt with the issues because we wanted to be playing Ark. So we dealt with it through the island and Scorched Earth. But it just made the game a bit more grindy and a bit more thumb achy on the old controller. And it just, yeah, it wasn't good. So I thought, and I think I've expressed this on this channel before, I knew they were going to revert them at some point, and I thought it would be with Extinction, because Extinction was where we originally got them in Ark Survival Evolved. And then we only actually got the pods on Ascended because, you know, people were complaining because we were reaching tame limit and it was just getting ridiculous. No one could tame anything or breed anything, and it was just, it took the piss, didn't it? So they gave us cryopods in a nerfed form. But now they're finally back. They're finally back, and I'm buzzing, and I'm actually thinking we're probably going to want to play Ark again soon. And it looks like I'm not the only one, because I looked at the Steam charts last week. I don't play PC, we're mainly Xbox gamers, but I always keep an eye on the Steam charts just to see what people are playing. And every time I'm on there, I always search Ark and see what the deal is. Last week when I did it during the week, Ark Survival Evolved had 19,000 players and Ark Survival Ascended had 12,000 players. And I was so shocked that there was like a 7,000 gap between the two of them, you know, more people playing the old one. And I've just checked it now. Oh, Christ. There's still a shitload more people playing Ark Survival Evolved, but the Ascended numbers have gone up. If you look at the 30-day gain and the 30-day percentage gain, I'm so sure this has gone up since they brought cryopods back. I'd like to know if anyone else is feeling the same way. We have a look at the community crunch when they talked about it. You probably know this already, but for PVE, they reverted the requirements completely for having a cryo fridge nearby when deploying a cryopod. So it's exactly like it was in Ark Survival Evolved, and this is just, oh, fantastic. And then for PvP, they've not changed much, but they've made an adjustment that you no longer have to check to see if enemies are in the radius when you deploy the creatures from the pod. But you still do have to be within the radius of the cryo fridge to deploy them. So I think this might have been the issue. The Dino Lord was talking last night and he goes, do you reckon when they brought the cryopods to Ark Survival Ascended, they actually wanted them in their original form, but just for PvE? And it was difficult for them to have one version of them for PvE and one version of them for PvP. Because we've been watching a lot of Tim Kaine. I don't know if you know him. He was the original creator of Fallout. And he's been talking a lot about video game development. and some of the roadblocks that they hit when trying to fix stuff, and how it is more difficult to change something in the game, which would seem really small for us, but is actually a much bigger deal when you're going into the game's coding and trying to change it. So I don't know enough about video game development, but if someone watching does, let me know in the comments. Like, maybe this was the reason why they haven't done it, because they wanted to keep some restrictions on PvP, but then have it as it was on Survival Evolved for PvE. I'm not sure. Either way, we've got pods back, and this has actually made me feel like I might want to play Ark again, even though there's no new map. Gen 2 isn't out yet, and yeah, this was a very welcome surprise. Because even when we've taken breaks from Ark before, I know Dino Lord hasn't really taken many breaks from Ark. If you've watched this channel for a while, he's been pretty much hardcore Ark. He doesn't play really anything else until just after the Pyro main came out, and Ark just started getting a bit stale for us, and he hasn't actually played, other than to render it in, he hasn't played since then, which is really weird for him, because he's usually quite a one-game Andy, you know? For me, I always have played other games alongside Ark as well, but this has been the biggest break we've ever taken from it. And it's been a bit of a weird feeling, because like you'll have seen in the intro, Ark isn't just a game, it's something that you do think about every single day. Once you've played it and you've got sucked in, it is there in your very soul, tormenting you. It does feel a bit like that. I think my issue with coming back a little bit is the commitment. Like I said, I know we do log in every week still to render, but you feel weird with Ark. You feel a weird tie to it that I've never felt with any other game. Let me know if any of this is making sense to you or if I sound mental, but it has a weird tie on you. And since stopping playing, it's felt a little bit like, a release from a tie, a little bit. It's really strange. But at the same time, there's something it's always there in the back of your mind. And then when they do something like this, you just think, I might have to go back. I might have to go back and play it. So I don't know, you may see more videos in the near future of us actually playing Ark again. Obviously, I'm not going to stop doing Fallout content or any other content for any other video games that I might want to do, because I just love games in general. But yeah, there may be some more Ark videos coming. But I'd love to know what you guys think. Are you like us and you sort of were at a bit of a lull with Ark, and then since hearing this, you want to come back? I know a lot of people do play unofficial, so you can have cryopods on there unrestricted anyway, but we tend to enjoy official more, and so for us, this is just a way better quality of life, a bit more of a chilled out, easy experience. I mean, I get it for PvP, but for PvE, you want an easier life. We do anyway. You might call us casuals. Fair enough. Yeah, hands up. I'd like to play the game a bit more casually and have it be a bit more enjoyable. Not just that, you know, that all the boxes that have been spammed around caves and stuff, that was just getting really annoying. You know, you couldn't put one down of your own because we've got the boxes with the cryo fridges in. That was just a pain in the ass as well. And so I just think this is the best move that Wildcard could have made. And yeah, we'll see where it takes us. So thank you so much for watching the video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Perhaps give us a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Have a great day and take care.
Get the bell on.